10 things to know before buying the 2022 Porsche 718 Boxster GTS. The Porsche 718 Boxster GTS is one of the most enticing propositions of the two-seater performance convertible segment. The performance and driving dynamics have always been a notch above the rivals like the BMW Z4 and Jaguar F-Type convertible, which have made it a fan favorite of the segment. Even though the car is a bit long in the tooth, with this generation dating back to 2017, it is still one of the best-looking models in its class. The manual transmission is offered as standard and the fast-shifting PDK is an optional extra. The ride quality is decent, and so is the fuel efficiency. Even though the interior does feel dated, it is not archaic by any means. Here are 10 things you need to know before buying the 2022 Porsche 718 Boxster GTS. 10. Punchy performance. If you are after performance, the 2022 Porsche 718 Boxster GTS with the legendary 4-liter naturally aspirated Boxer 6 motor producing 394 horsepower and 309 pound-feet of torque comes unchanged. This motor can be had with the 6-speed manual transmission as standard or an optional 7-speed PDK automatic transmission. The car comes in RWD only. As a result, the 2022 Porsche 718 Boxster GTS can do 0 to 60 miles per hour in 4.3 seconds and the quarter-mile run in 12.3 seconds. The performance coupled with the impressive chassis and suspension makes the car surreal to drive. The car just darts forward with quite a lot of enthusiasm throughout the reverend range, and it is also a joy to drive at the top end. With the revs going all the way to 7,200 RPM, the Boxster GTS will put a smile on your face even if you are not a gearhead. 9. A proper corner carver. Being a Porsche, this German two-seater convertible hasn't seen any compromises when it comes to the driving dynamics, and it is still the best of the segment. The steering is razor sharp, and you would find the feel and feedback on offer to be similar to some of the older 911s with the hydraulic steering rack. It is very sharp and weights up well at higher speeds. The suspension is also tuned quite well, with a bit of firmness to the ride. This helps the car to tackle sharp corners with no major understeer. The oversteer does kick in when at the limits, however, it could be beautifully controlled with a bit of steering and throttle input. The chassis feels very balanced, and the 718 GTS feels more like a go-kart, which we are a fan of. 8. Looks beautiful. With no major changes to the exterior design apart from the inclusion of 2 more colors, the 2022 Porsche 718 Boxster GTS is still a looker from all angles. The front end comes with the quintessential Porsche dynamic lights, a well-integrated front lip spoiler, and the masculine hood and bumper. The low ground clearance also adds to the character. The side air vents, striking body lines, and the brand new 20 inches satin black alloy wheels wrapped in performance tires place a notch above the BMW Z4 and the Jaguar F-Type convertible in the looks department. The rear end gets LED taillights, a diffuser, and a dual exhaust system. With 16 paint schemes, 4 optional convertible top shades, multiple wheel designs, and what have you, this is the most customizable offering of the segment. 7. Interior quality is a bit disappointing. Coming with an interior that gets quite a lot of plastic all around, the 2022 Porsche 718 Boxster GTS is not going to excite potential buyers very much in terms of opulence. Even though the design is quite elegant, a simple touch on the dashboard and door cards reveals the hard plastics used inside, which is not something you expect from a car that costs over $90,000. The cup holders that are integrated into the dash look very tacky and don't seem like they would survive a few years of use. However, everything was flush-fitting and there are no uneven panel gaps to be reported anywhere in this cabin. There are also multiple leather upholstery options and interior packages, all of which do make the car look and feel a bit more premium. 6. Not very spacious. This is a two-seater convertible sports car, and that severely restricts the versatility, especially when compared to the cheaper Mercedes-AMG C63 Cabriolet, which can seat 4 passengers and is cheaper by about $10,000. The front seats of the Porsche are not the most spacious of the lot, either. The 2022 Jaguar F-Type convertible beats the 178 Boxster GTS in terms of headroom and legroom. The shoulder room is also slightly better. Even the trunk capacity of 4.4 cubic feet offered by the Boxster GTS is not enough for storing all the luggage for a weekend road trip. However, we found the seats to be supremely comfortable, with soft leather, excellent padding, and more than adequate under-thigh and lower back support. 5. Ride quality is decent. The 2022 Porsche 718 Boxster GTS is tuned more for outright handling and performance, and hence the ride quality isn't the best of the segment. Nevertheless, it isn't as harsh as the Jaguar F-Type convertible. The independent front and rear suspension does a wonderful job while driving at highway speeds, absorbing most of the bumps and ruts without jostling its occupants. However, it is the city ride quality that turned out to be a bit more choppy than we liked. The undulations and potholes aren't absorbed completely by the suspension, and the larger potholes do filter into the cabin, unsettling the ride. For a smoother ride, we would opt for the optional adaptive dampers. 4. Acceptable fuel efficiency. The Porsche 718 Boxster is quite synonymous for its fuel efficiency, especially the trims that come equipped with the turbocharged Boxer 4 motor. However, since the 2022 Porsche 718 Boxster GTS comes with the mighty Boxer 6, many would expect it to be a gas hog, but that is not the case. Get the GTS with the 6-speed manual transmission, and you are looking at 17 mpg in the city and 24 mpg on the highway, which equates to 19 mpg combined. If you get the PDK automatic option, the fuel efficiency further increases to 18 mpg city and 25 mpg highway, which is not bad for a powerful two-seater sports car. The highway range of 405 miles is decent too. 3. Infotainment could be better. The disappointing 7 inches Porsche Communication Management infotainment system remains unchanged and does feel its age. The interface feels pretty archaic and is not something that you would expect to see in a car that inches close to $100,000. The display quality is mediocre, and it is nowhere as polished as the BMW Z4 or the Mercedes-AMG C63 Cabriolet. Even in terms of features on offer, the 2022 Porsche 718 Boxster GTS is going to disappoint the owners. Android Auto is still missing, and a few other features, such as navigation and Wi-Fi hotspot connectivity, are optional extras. The premium audio system that comes standard doesn't feel very premium in terms of audio quality. 2. Many driver assistance features are optional. Even with such a steep price tag, the Porsche is missing much of the essential safety and driver assistance tech since most of these are optional extras. They are also ridiculously priced, and if you opt for all of them, the price does inch closer to the $100,000 mark. The optional driver assistance features include automated emergency braking, blind spot monitoring, lane change assist, and a few more. However, it does get a few standard features like front and rear parking sensors, and a reverse camera. Nevertheless, build quality is top-notch and the 718 Boxster GTS should be a safe proposition out on the open road, even though it hasn't been crash-tested by the NHTSA and IIHS yet. 1. Sharp braking performance. The 2022 Porsche 718 Boxster GTS has got proper braking hardware with all the necessary features, helping it to stop with confidence. The four-wheel ventilated rotors come as standard, with the front end getting 13.8 rotors and the rear coming with 13 inches rotors. The other features include ABS with EBD, brake assist, hill hold control, and electronic parking brakes. All of these help the car achieve a 70 to 0 miles per hour braking distance of 144 feet, topping the charts. The initial bite is excellent, and so is the braking progression on offer. There is no major front-end dive and brake fade as one of the lowest of the segment, both of which are quite necessary while on the racetrack. The pedal offered exceptional feedback too.